Hello, everybody, and welcome into the SFA College Football Playoff Season 16. We've got the Sugar Bowl, the final quarterfinal matchup of Season 16. We only got the semifinals left. Trying who's going to punch their ticket to the orange. Is it going to be Cincinnati and Coach McNasty, or is it going to be North Carolina, the last at-large team into the field? They were number one for a handful of weeks this season, and they came off a grueling game in Ames, Iowa. Can they get it done? This is going to be a massive game. As always, folks, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in at any time. Links are in any of our descriptions. You can claim a team. You can recruit. You can participate in our transfer portal. You can set playbooks. And you can try and build up to be a national champion. And if you do win the national championship, then you do get a trophy sent to your house along with home field apparel. And with Central Michigan losing to Florida State, we are guaranteed a user to get something sent to them. So congratulations to you guys that are still alive for that. We got Oklahoma, Coastal Carolina, Florida State, and now one of these two coaches, Sirlaxis Brio or McNasty. So it's going to be a fun one. This might be the first time ever, actually, in the 12-team era on the NCAA 14 game, if Cincinnati wins, this would be the first time that all top four seeds make it to the semifinals. So are we going to go completely chalk in this new format in the quarter? Who knows? But we'll see if Cincinnati can get it done. This is going to be a big-time game. As always, we're going to jump in and look at the full rosters for both sides, and then we'll jump in and watch the entirety of the ball game. If you're coming in looking for action from the Peach Bowl, that VOD and highlights will be available a little bit later on today. But Bob Rubshaw, the redshirt freshman, he threw I guess he didn't throw, but he was responsible for 3 defensive touchdowns for Iowa State, and they still somehow put up 42 points and won. The redshirt freshman, the transfer from Auburn, can he settle into the CFP atmosphere as we transition to neutral sites? The running back, Jason Manning, had an incredible first-round game. I was kind of talking shit about them not having a great running back, but he has been dominant. A wide receiver, J.R. Mullins, completely took over that game against Iowa State. Deron Ware had a couple plays. Ashley Burke made a couple of plays as well. And Juan Cox, you'll see him more so in the running game. At tight end, they got Jamison LaCosta, SFA player, the only true recruited SFA player on this team. The offensive line looks like this. Zaza Gomeshi, he is doubtful, so I don't think he'll be playing. John Simpson, the Remington winner. Randy White, and Marlon Hoover, SFA player, transfer from Troy. On defense, you got Steve Dennis, the freshman, and on the other side, Reaper Exum, the redshirt freshman, transfer from East Carolina. In the middle, you got Javon Ohio, the senior, transfer from North Texas. You got Clooney Bolton, the transfer from Pitt. Walter Leak, Jimmy Smith, and out wide, Eric Freeman, Kevin Sellers, and Chris Mitchell. And out back, Yu Kachu, the transfer from NC State, had a fantastic game and a sack in that first-round game against Iowa State. And on the other side, you got Trent Mason. And their kicker is Greg Briggs, 83 overall. He did miss a kick in that first round, so we'll see what he can do. Big-time power, not a lot of accuracy. And they'll be taking on Coach McNasty, one of the longest-tenured coaches, along with Jay Jettas currently. They are the two longest tenured SFA coaches, been around since season 4. So Keely Radix is the he is the quarterback, a 99 overall, former App State guy, transferred because of Flynn Saunders. Now he leads the way for Cincy. The running back, Bourbon Boozin, he is probable for this game. He should be playing. If he doesn't, they will have Peter Richards, who is a fantastic running back anyways. At fullback, you'll see him a lot. Puka Bear, the SFA player. And wide receiver, Nathan Joseph, Kyle Hill, Devon Nolan, and SFA player Felix Sosa. At tight end, Leland Waterhouse, he is back. We didn't see him against Charlotte. So they get 2 big-time players back, 2 SFA players, the 5-star tight end. A lot of great tight ends on this side of the bracket. You got Buggy Gumption, and then you got Leland Waterhouse and Jamison LaCosta. So some of the best SFA tight ends in the country. Bad center. Oh, dear. And okay at the line for a G5 team. On defense, they got Chad Brown, SFA player, the transfer from Louisville, Jax Joker. And in the middle, you got 5'5" PNA Litton, SFA guy. And Matt Cole at linebacker. Beckham Pope, the SFA player, in the middle. And Joshua Russell. And then out back, you got Ike Wishbone, the last remaining member of the original Legion of Dread from Arizona. They've got SFA player Inky Grimes. And they've got Robert Gibson. And out back, you got Sam Swain and Michael Harrison, the transfer from Baylor. And their kicker is Brian Anderson, 83 overall. Good power, good accuracy. Let's get on into the sugar. We're down in Louisiana. Winner of this game will go to the Orange Bowl to face Florida State, who just escaped Central Michigan. So anything can happen in this game. We'll see what ends up being the case. Will we get an ACC championship rematch, or will we get Cincy versus Florida State? So just to remember, this is the number 2 team, Cincinnati, versus the number 10 team, UNC. The rankings you see are the CFP playoff, or the CFP top 25 rankings. So UNC is the 3rd overall team in the country, but they are not a champion. In Cincinnati, they are the 5th overall ranked team, but they are a champion. So that's why with the seeding, they got a first round bye. So let's get on into this. Coach McNasty or Sir Brio, if you have a request for a jersey, let me know. But first, while you guys put that in chat, let me get my thumbnail going. And let me get the prediction going as well. So who do you guys think wins? Are you riding with number 2 Cincinnati, who seems like it might be destiny this year? Or North Carolina finally getting over the hump, finally winning a playoff game? Is this the year of Sir Brio, where the transfer portal only coach gets it done? So let me get my thumbnail, and then we'll look at the jerseys for you. I'll just kind of splash through them. Luckily, these are kind of 2 different colors, so it won't really matter what the matchup is. All right, so for North Carolina, all blues. I don't know what the alts are. Okay, so this is what your throwback looks like. You have the navy blues. You've got all black, all white, and then all Carolina blue. You can go chrome dome with the toes. So a lot of alts here. So that's kind of all of them. Let's go all Carolina blue, okay. And then for... I guess I have to change. Here we go. All 3, all Carolina blue. And then for these guys, all black is the default. Or do you want to go red? Do you want to get fun with it, McNasty? Or are you going to go all black? Well, he says originals. Alright, so all black versus all... Oh, fine, red. Let's go! They have red socks, that's the question. Yes, they do. Please tell me they got red shoes. Woo! And they don't have red. Boo! Alright. Luckily, I checked it. All Carolina blue versus all red. You got to do the home team first. Alright. Here we go. Get those Bobinos cooking. Let's get on to the Sugar Bowl. North Carolina, the 10 seed, versus Cincinnati, the 2 seed. Remember, folks, get your raffle tickets. Redeem them by the national championship. I do need those. If you have an off-season strategy, make sure to DM me your choice. Yeah, let's get into it. The number 1 scoring offense in the country, 42 points a game, Cincinnati. North Carolina scored 42 in their first-round game. They're going to need to duplicate it. If there's a team that can put up 60, it's Oklahoma and Cincinnati. So will they get it done? Keely Radix is an absolute beast. Cincinnati is at full strength for the first time since like week 2. They got Bourbon Boozin and Leland Waterhouse. North Carolina might be toast. Cincinnati is an absolute wagon. Remember, they were 6 seconds away from beating Baylor last year. The only team that came even close to beating Baylor last year. Can they get it done this year? No Baylor in sight. Cincinnati will kick it off, so we'll see North Carolina first here tonight. Here we go. The final quarterfinal is underway. North Carolina will return this. They go up the gut to the 33. So here comes Bob Rubshaw. A very up and down first round game against Iowa State. Can he settle down? Bob, he's going to yam it deep. First play and miscommunication. Way over his head. And the fun thing about watching Cincinnati is you can see the 6'11 guy, that's Jack's Joker. And then you also see P.N.A. Litton, the 5'5 pass rusher on their defensive line. So they mix and match these boys all over the field. Is Bob Rubshaw. He is going to run the option. He breaks away. There goes Rubshaw, brought down 32 to start the game. A big-time run for Bob. Here we go. Man in motion. It will be a jet sweep, and Jack's Joker breaks it up. Made the team of the year in his freshman year at Louisville, and then he hopped in the portal, went up to Cincy. 2nd and 14 now. At the 40, split backs. Rubshaw makes an adjustment. He dumps this off late. That's not going to go much. Broken tackle, but Wishbone cleans it up. The former Arizona Wildcat. The last remaining member of the Legion of Dread. Third down. Rubshaw over the middle, hits his man, and that's going to be a first down. J.R. Mullins. He was a thorn in Iowa State's side all day long. He was instrumental in their game-winning drive with under a minute to go. And he gets 18 here. So North Carolina is still in business. Split backs. Rubshaw hands it off, and Juan Cox gets the carry. He gets 4. Interesting, they've not given Jason Manning a touch yet. He's 2nd and 6 inside the 20. 3 wide to the right side. Ike following J.R. Mullins. Over the middle, it's caught by Ward, and he gets 11. So 1st and goal from the 5. Can UNC punch in their opening possession? They motion him out. Jamison LaCosta, number 89. It's a handoff to Manning, and he goes nowhere. Robert Gibson, the linebacker, brings him down. Back to the shotgun, 2nd and goal. It's going to be quick option. He floats it out to Manning, and he's hit again. The safety, Sam Swain, on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and goal now for the Tar Heels. Can they punch it in? Nobody on LaCosta. It's a handoff to Manning. He cuts upfield and he doesn't get it. 4th down. And they will stay on the field. Not kicking the field goal. Here's the carry, Manning, and he is... Get a power in! What a second effort from Jason Manning gives them the lead. It didn't look good there for a second. And McNasty is sick to his stomach. And after that opening drive, they take about half the quarter, keep the number one offense off the field. McNasty, it might be time to rally the Hogs, buddy. You got to let this offense eat. This is going to be a high-scoring affair. 7-0. Defense couldn't come up clutch. Let's see if the offense can. Bourbon Boozin is back. He's missed pretty much the entire season with multiple injuries. Keely Radix, the 99 overall, and he almost throws a pick on the first play. Come on, Cincy, you need to settle in here. Under center is Keely. He drops back. Over the middle, hits his man. That's Leland Waterhouse. He's back from a major injury. It'll be 3rd and 3. Third down here for the Bearcats. Makes a handoff to Bourbon. Yams it deep to triple coverage. They call it a pick! Did he actually catch this? The tip and the dive. Yes! What a catch for Sellers. And no review. Oh my God, what a start for the Tar Heels. And Bob Rubshaw comes on back. And he hits LaCosta. UNC showing why they were one of the 2 at-large teams. 1st and 10. They'll hand this off to Manning, and he goes nowhere. Still plenty of time. Cincinnati's been in these games before. Second and 8 now. Tight end in motion. Bob Rubshaw has some time. Floats it to the flat. That's a massive hit. LaCosta hangs on. What a hit from the corner. 3rd and 6. Fringe field goal range for UNC. What is the call? They'll throw it. 4-man rush. And fits it in there to Manning, but he'll be short. And this time they'll settle for a field goal. It'll be a 48-yarder from left hash to extend this to a 2-score game. The kick, it's up, and it's good! So he missed one against Iowa State, but Sirlax's Brow has the confidence and goes back to him. Maybe because they're in a dome and not in Ames, Iowa. So here we go. It's 10-0. Oh, no! They dropped it, and he stumbles out of the end zone! The SFA reject, Felix Sosa, what are you doing? They'll start this at the 1. Just a comedy of errors here. They'll hand this off to Bourbon Boozin, and he'll get out of the end zone. Terrible start here for Cincinnati. No bounce going their way. They're going to audible into the pistol here. 4-man rush. Keely Radix. He's going to take off. That's risky, but he gets through. He'll get close to a first. So 3rd and inches now. Can they keep this drive going? They'll hand it off to Bourbon. He breaks one, gets to the outside, and he can't get there. You could chew on the tackle. Bourbon did his best. The 300-pounder. And a 3-and-out for Cincinnati. Just a disgusting start for the #1 scoring offense in the country. They had a really slow start versus Charlotte as well in the AAC Championship. And North Carolina is going to start this inside the 35. Man, oh man, North Carolina imposing their will here in the first quarter. Hand off to Manning. He gets to the outside, stiffies a man, and goes down. Outside that first big run for Bob Rubeshaw, since he's been really good in the run defense. Limiting Jason Manning to under 2 a carry. Quick option now for Rubeshaw. He flips it out to Manning. Gets the outside and gets 6. So Cincinnati's defense has to show up here and try and hold this to a 2-score game. Man in motion. Rubeshaw, what's the call? Delayed give to Manning. Can he get the first? No! And they're going for it. Already 1 for 1 on the day. Not going to take the field goal. Acosta in motion. 4th down inside the 30. They're going to throw it to the boundary. It's caught. Ashley Burke. So the drive continues now. They're at the 20. McNasty getting throttled. Split backs. They audible. The redshirt freshman Rubeshaw. He throws it away. Incredibly tough first quarter here for the Bearcats, but the defense is showing promise. 16 total yards for the #1 offense in the country. The handoff to Manning up the gut. Manning runs over 2! Touchdown UNC! Oh my goodness! The Tar Heels are giving Cincy the boot. It's 17-0 right to the dome. But McNasty knows better than anybody. These games are not won in the first quarter. Plenty of time. And this team, they can score in a hurry. As they get the return now. Oh, a hurdle from Felix Sosa. All right. Can they find a way to move the ball here? A fluke interception and starting at their own 1. And this one off to Bourbon. He finds a hole and he'll fall forward for 12. The best play of the day for Cincy. First and 10, safety creeping down. Hand this off again to Bourbon. He finds the outside. He turns the corner. Bourbon again. Back from injury, Bourbon boozing. He is ready to rumble and tumble. Keely Radix over the middle. He connects, breaks a tackle, gets some blocking, and gets another first down. Devin Nolan. So as we end the first quarter, UNC 17-zip. But Cincinnati starting to wake up. 3 straight first downs. Plenty of time. So inside the 35, empty set for Keely Radix. 3-man rush. Keely, plenty of time to the boundary, and it's caught by Devin Nolan. Three for 5 start now for Keely. 2nd and 6. Keely Connects with Waterhouse. He breaks a tackle. Turns upfield. Oh, he could score! Leland Waterhouse to the 5. What a play! And to think that this offense was still the #1 scoring offense without Bourbon Boozin and without Leland Waterhouse, the 5-star tight end. What an effort. First and goal. Very quick response from Cincy. The handoff. It's Bourbon. And he's going to score in the CFP. A year of turmoil for Boozin, but he gets in. He stands tall. Like I said, Cincinnati right back in it. And the whole team's loving it. They know Bourbon's had some injury issues. And he's back. So here we go. UNC, 17 unanswered, finally responded. What can they do? Have not really been able to run it all that well. Until Jason Manning just shot out of a cannon on that last drive. So here we go. Second quarter. You're going to audible under center. They hand off for Manning, and he gets about 4. Remember, folks, we'll be back for the full semifinals later on today. We'll know the national championship matchup that will take place on Thursday night at regular time. Offset pistol, they bring a blitz. Rube shot to the boundary, open man! And it's caught by J.R. Mullins. The Florida transfer. He only entered the transfer portal because Dogwater ruined Florida. It's hilarious all the little ways that these stories kind of collide in the CFP. Dogwater sucking at Florida allowed Sir Laxus Brio to get to the semifinals. First and 10, Bob Rubeshaw. At the 50, dumps this off. And it's J.R. Mullins again. Nine for 11 start for Rube. He hands it off. Manning reverses field, and he'll get the first. 11 for 49. Starting to find a little bit more wiggle. 4 wide. UNC just moving right down the field every single drive. Rubeshaw over the middle connects another first down. It's Ashley Burke. So inside the 30 now. Trips left. Cincinnati's defense got to show something here. Handoff up the gut. It's Manning. He stiffies 1, and he'll get 7. Second and 3 for UNC. Split backs. Bob Rubeshaw having one heck of a game. Over the middle, another catch, and another first to J.R. Mullins. So first and 10 inside the 20. The handoff to Manning. He gets the outside. He cuts up field, and he gets himself 9. Threatening the red zone. They're threatening the end zone, I guess I should say. Inside 6 minutes here in the second quarter. Second and 1. Manning up the gut. He pushes, and he's not going to get there. But it will be a fresh set of downs. So first and goal for UNC. The handoff. Manning again. Touchdown, North Carolina. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And North Carolina immediately puts it back to 3 scores. 24 points here in the first half. UNC might be the wagon, man. Are we going to get an ACC championship rematch? The first ever double-digit seed to win a first-round game was Wyoming. They almost beat Coastal. Can UNC get it done here? Since he comes on back, we knew it would be a shootout, but Cincinnati, they've got to do their part. Hand it off to Bourbon here. He finds a big hole, and he'll get himself a couple, but we have a flag.
Personal foul. Clipping. Offense.
And the clipping has followed us from the Peach Bowl. What in the world?
Still first down.
So 1st and 16 now for the Cincy offense. They're just going backwards. Keely Radix, he takes off, he finds some room. No, he's sacked! Second and forever now for Cincinnati. Trips right. Bourbon gets the carry. He finds some room, and he'll get about half of it back. It'll be 3rd and 9. Good start for Bourbon. Third down, bunch form at the bottom of the screen. Keeley over the middle, hits his man open. That will be a first. Kyle Hill. Don't count out Cincinnati just yet, Nathan. They'll come back with the bunch. Keeley takes off up the gut. He escapes. There goes Keely Radix. He does have wheels, and he gets 12. So up to the 50 here for Cincinnati. Quick option here. Keeley keeps it. He'll give himself 3. Second and 7 now for the Bearcats. Keeley. Plenty of time over the middle. Fits it in there. First down. Kyle Hill for 13. Six for 8 start for Keeley. Under center now, inside the 40. Delayed give to Bourbon. He'll fall forward for 2. Almost impossible to get Boozin down for a loss. 2nd and 8. Trips left. Fakes it. Hits him over the middle. It's Kyle Hill again. It'll be 3rd and inches. Third and short. I think everybody and their mother knows where this is going. Boozing up the gut. 3rd and 1. It'll be quick option. He floats it to Bourbon. He breaks 1, and he'll get the first. Cincy doing it the hard way. First and 10. Clock is ticking. Delayed give now to Bourbon. He breaks 3 and still loses yardage. Walter Leake making the tackle. Supreme effort from Boozin. Just no room to run. So 2nd and 13 now. 4 wide. Hand off to Boozin. He reverses, falls forward for 5. It'll be 3rd and 8. just outside the 20-yard line. They'll come out 4 wide. Field goal range. It's going to be a screen to Bourbon, and he doesn't get it off. That might have knocked him out of field goal range. So a 50-yarder from right hash. Can they hit it to push it to a 2-score game? The kick's up. And it's good! That's a massive kick. The 11-yard sack does not ruin the drive. They still come away with points. That's huge. Absolutely critical right there. Now we get a return here from UNC. He angles out wide and gets to the 40. So minute 37 here for Bob Rubshaw. Been a very clean first half for UNC. 5 yards for Manning. They've really done a good job of eliminating the mistakes that plagued them in the ISU game that kept them in that. So 2nd and 5, split backs for Rubshaw. Over the middle, caught! Another big play, Ashley Burke. Rubshaw's 12 for 14. He's just picking apart this defense. And the coverage is good, too. He's right there. Just fits it in. This redshirt freshman, man. He's a freshman All-American. He's going to have a great career. Probably going to win a Heisman. We'll see if he's good enough to win a Natty, though. 1st and 10. He'll keep it. Breaks 1. And gets 6. Clock continues to tick. Fringe field goal range. Over the middle, hits his man. It'll be another first down. 47 seconds now. 2 timeouts left. They'll hurry it up. 3 wide. Rubshaw yams it deep over the head. Touchdown, UNC! Darren Ware! 31 first half points. And McNasty can't believe it. The SFA in the blue square is a cruel, cruel world. 31-10. 3 scores yet again. So Cincinnati will get the ball back after halftime. So if they can find a way to score here, they could double them up. But it's a tall task. See if the number 1 offense can do it. 38 seconds for Radix. Steps up, hits his man, tipped away. Yeah, the defense not really showing up. They're on pace to score 62. .33 seconds now. Delayed give to Bourbon. He breaks through. Breaks another. He had a steam. Bourbon boozing inside the 45. When he gets to full speed, man, you cannot bring him down. They float this out wide. Leland Waterhouse now, and they'll take a timeout. 23 seconds. Fringe field goal range, but you need touchdowns. 2nd and 6. They give it to Boozin again, and another first. They'll take the final timeout, though. 19 seconds. Radix floats that. It's dangerous, and it's incomplete. 14 seconds left. Can probably take 2 chances to the end zone. Radix over the middle, dumps it to Boozin, and what a play by Boozin, dropping it, knowing that would have ended the half. Good job. 3rd and 10. Radix hits them all, a hospital ball. Yukachu just hit a murder. So they'll bring out the field goal unit here. It's a 41-yarder, or 46-yarder, I mean. From left hash, it's up, and it's good. So obviously field goals aren't going to do much with a 21-point lead, but that's definitely more for morale. So 3 seconds left here in the half. They break a tackle. UNC, they could add more points, and they get them down. So as we hit halftime, UNC's offense is firing on all cylinders. 31-13. What a first half, folks. All right, for another raffle ticket, who can tell me all 4 teams that McNasty has coached? McNasty, you cannot get this one. First person to name the 4 destinations that McNasty has been gets a raffle ticket. As you look at the first half stats, UNC dominating in every facet. There's 4 stops. The first person to name all 4. So since he's going to need a big second half here, down 18, they need a good start. All right, so what kind of halftime speech did McNasty give the boys? They're in an audible now. First play. It's a keeper for Keeley. He gets a block. Gets about 6. Second and 4. 3 wide. Keeley Radix, one of the few 99 overall quarterbacks in the nation. He escapes. He finds some room. He breaks a tackle, and he'll get the first down. Cincinnati's going to start needing to hurry these drives up. You can't have dink and dunks. You got to have chunkers. It's going to be an option for Keeley. 3rd carry in a row, and he loses yardage on this one. Bang! Coach Phi gets it done, except San Diego State, I'll give it to you. 2nd and 11. So Coach Phi gets himself a raffle ticket. Congratulations. Raffle will be held after the national championship on Thursday. So 3rd and 5. Hand off to Bourbon. He gets the carry, an easy first. First and 10. Bourbon. He'll get himself 9. That is the order, McNasty. 2nd and 1. Radix keeps it. He gets the 1st and more. And McNasty is the only coach with multiple Heisman winners as well. So, he breeds elite talent. And I guess a finalist for Weikel. Dumps this, open man, it's Leland Waterhouse, and he gets 9. Oh, yeah, there's that little chunk at CMU in, like, season 6 or whatever. And a big play to Nathan Joseph. What a great start here to the drive. Inside the 20, here comes Cincinnati. And off to Bourbon, he finds a hole, he pushes and gets 5. Takes 5 men to bring him down. He's at 110 yards on the day. Feed Bourbon boozin'. It's hard to feed him when you don't have the lead, but fake it. And that's a catch for Leland Waterhouse, but short of the stick, so it's 3rd and 3. Third down for Cincinnati. This is a massive play. Just hand it to Bourbon. Let's not get crazy. 3rd and 3. It's a keeper. Radix breaks 1. And that's a face mask! The Denton Fatty makes a play. It's Javon, Ohio. How do you not call that? He got his head ripped off. So they bring out the field goal unit. It's a 29-yarder. Oh, dear. The kick is up, and it's good. We're in one of those games where UNC's scoring touchdowns since he's kicking field goals. Down 15. It's a 2-score game. So if Cincy wants to get back in this one, I mean, that took half the quarter to get 3 points. They're going to need to rely on some freshman blunders. Can Bob Rubshaw really stay perfect this entire game? Hand it off here. Cox gets nothing. Chad Brown on the tackle. I'd also like to see this defensive line get some pressure. You got 2 SFA players, P.N.A. Litton and Jack Stoker, not doing anything. 2nd and 12. I don't think the defense got a stop in that first half. So 2nd and 12 here. They bring a blitz. He yams it deep. Open, man! Nobody in sight! Touchdown, Tar Heels! On your dome, J.R. Mullins. As he breaks Downs' record. My goodness, what a yam. What a way to spell Belichick. It's an all-time Nathan spelling. There you go. 38-16. I told the UNC they'd need more than 42. And he took that as a challenge. So UNC had to beat the hottest team in the country in their house. Now they have to beat the highest scoring offense in the country. It looks like they're doing a pretty good job. 1st and 10. Cincinnati, they've got to figure something out here. And the ball's on the ground. Bourbon grabs it. He saves the game. He had to use all of that 7-foot frame to grab that ball. 2nd and 18. Hits his man, Waterhouse, and that'll get 5, but it'll be 3rd and long. They got to start chunking these plays. Cannot dink and dunk. 3rd and 13. Radix. Pick up the blitz, throws it short. They're not going to do much. Wait, a missed tackle down the sideline. There goes Cincy. Not sure what the DB was doing, but he completely whiffed. What was that DB doing? Can that flip the momentum? A lot of motion. Radix, Yam, and it's tipped away. Sellers.
Breaks up the pass. That makes it 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now. Things are still spicy. We got a little over 12 minutes left in this game. Radix has to take off. He gets away from one, and he gets hit. It'll be 3rd down again.
That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Another 3rd down here for Radix. His final career game, potentially. He yams to the corner. Connects! Wheeling Waterhouse, have yourself a game. Remember, Cincinnati was without Waterhouse and Boozin for the better part of the year, and they still were the #1 scoring offense. And they've been the only 2 guys who've shown up today. Inside the 40. Radix, 3-man rush. He has time. He escapes up the gut. He lowers the shoulder, and he gets 7. You gotta start hurrying it up.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Clutie Bolton, the pit transfer. Second and 3. And it's off to Bourbon. He gets the edge. Bourbon, and he's pushed out of bounds. Big day for Bourbon, but it doesn't matter if the score does not change. 3 wide to the short side. They'll flip it. Clock continues to tick away. It's a keeper for Radix. He cuts inside. He breaks 1. He gets inside the 10. Does Cincy have some late magic in him? 1st and goal. Radix to the right, scrambles up the gut. He pushes and gets down to the 4. Be 2nd and goal. Clock continues to tick. Three-man front, just hand it off to Boozin. Let's not get crazy. It's quick option. Radix flips it. Boozin, touchdown, Cincy. Great response from Cincinnati, but their biggest factor right now is the clock. They'll just take the extra point, so they'll remain down 15. Big time drive there from Keely Radix. He had to do it himself a lot of times. Just nobody's open downfield. So UNC gets the ball back. The offense has been incredible today. They've been practically perfect in every way. Can this defense show up? Ike Wishbone, Legion of Dread. You've got to figure something out, boys. Got to find a way to get a stop. Give your team a chance. Rubeshaw hands it off up the middle. It's a gasher. Oh, they're trying to strip him, and he gets 14. McNasty changed all the aggressive settings to aggressive for this 4th quarter, I guess, as the Stiffy gets 6. Looks like they're content just running Manning down their throats. 2nd and 4. They will audible. Another handoff to Manning, and they push him down in the backfield. That is massive. Cedric Parker making a big play. It looks like we'll be headed to the fourth quarter. Oh, baby. So 1 quarter left here in the Sugar Bowl. Who will face Florida State in the orange a little later today? This is a massive third down. A stop for Cincy here gives them a chance. If not, UNC will start running clock. 3rd and 4. The snap. Rube shot to the left. He's going to be... He evades. He yams it deep. And oh, it's almost caught. Almost tipped. What the heck? It's 4th down. A ridiculous play that was zigging and zagging. But it falls to the turf. 4 different guys had a chance at that ball. Somehow Rubeshaw avoided a sack. Ball's on the ground. They stripped him. Oh, no. The punt return was complete pickpocket. Disaster for the Bearcats. And that is now 6 straight games with a lost fumble for somebody. Nasty work. Just disgustingly bad. That is the kind of fumble that will break a man. McNasty, I'm so sorry. The blue square, even in your 12th season as a coach, still kicking your ass. The Jason Manning up the gut. It will be a 3rd down. Can Cincy get off the field? The handoff up the gut. He runs over one, breaks a tackle, 1st down. Clock will continue to run. Outside the 10-yard line now. Audibles under center. The handoff to Manning to the outside. He breaks one and he goes down. Cincinnati desperate for a turnover. Second and 12. The handoff. Manning up the gut. He doesn't get there. 3rd and 5. Cincinnati desperate for something to fall their way. Rubeshaw over the middle, and that is short. So field goal unit will likely come on to push this back to a 3-score game. The chip shot from 20 yards for Coach Cyrilaxis Brio. They're going to let the clock tick away. So 20 yards to make this an 18-point game. The kick, it's up, and it is good! We've seen crazier, but the way Cincinnati's been playing, it's hard to imagine they flip the switch. We'll see if we have some Keely Radix magic in us. Down 18. UNC, they can taste it. They choked in the ACC championship. made it a lot harder on themselves. They dumped this off to Leland Waterhouse. He's had a great game.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 now. Now under 6 minutes. Gotta hurry it up. Radix, he has some time. He goes to the boundary, and that gets 4. You can't dink and dunk. Gotta chunk them. 4-yard outs are not going to win you this ball game. 3rd and 2. Bourbon keeps it, and he'll get the first. Glad Bourbon's having a good game, though. Radix yams it deep, hits his man. Can he get to the sideline? Big play for Nathan Joseph. Inside the 20 now, Cincinnati. To the end zone, open, touchdown, Cincy. There's the quick response. Don't call it a comeback. Down 11. That fumble was really costly, but still doable. Remember, the whole goal is you have to get within 1 score with keeping your timeouts. So they still got about 4 minutes till they start using them. So really got to force like a 3-and-out here. Oh, what a stiffy. Puka Bear has to make the tackle. So here comes UNC playing practically a perfect game. Can they finish the job? Rube Shaw to the boundary. He'll get 2, but the clock stops. I guess the clock restarted. They got lucky there. 2nd and 8. And they're going to run clock now. So really, if you're Cincy, you gotta hope you can get a 3-and-out right now. So 2nd and 8 for the Tar Heels. What is the call? It's going to be a throw. They blitz over the middle, and it's caught, but short. So it'll be 3rd down. Chance for Cincinnati. Can this defense finally do something worthwhile? It's going to be split backs. They're going to run as much time off. This is where this defense has to make a play. This defensive line specifically. Jax Joker, P.N.A. Litton. 3rd and 2, game on the line. It's going to be a throw. Rube Shaw, and caught. Mullins, first down. The thorn in your side, J.R. Mullins. Now this thing seems a bit too daunting as they'll continue to run the clock. First and 10. Rube Shaw, he's throwing it. He's going to step up over the middle, and that'll be a nice first down to Ashley Burke. So they'll continue to run some more clock. Might have to start using the timeouts now if you're Cincinnati. Split backs. Rube Shaw, they'll run it to the outside. Broke 1, broke 2, and he gets 4. They'll call a timeout. They're trying to strip him. 2nd and 6. Delayed give. Manning, a stiffies 1. Breaks another. First down, Jason Manning. Running with power. Handoff now to Manning to the outside, and he can't turn the corner. That's the final timeout for Cincy. Last call for the Bearcats. The handoff here to Cox. He stiffies a linebacker, and he gets one. That'll be third down. Game on the line for the Bearcats. Third and 7. Third down for Rube Shaw. He's going to just hand it off. It'll be fourth down. So Cincinnati will get the ball back here. They'll bring out the field goal unit. It will be a 49-yarder. This one will be from left hash. So 49 yards from left hash to push this to 14. The kick, it's up, and it's good for UNC. So I told them 42 is what you need to get to, and that's what they get, 44, right down the middle. So Cincinnati, there is a chance, but it does require an onside kick. Does McNasty have some more fight? Or is the old man washed? Rally the Hogs. Keely Radix, last minute of his career. Dumps it off. Clock continues to run. Gotta hurry it up. Gotta get some yams going. Gotta go down yamming. Keely floats it short, and that's not even going to get a first. Leland, oh no, the clock continues. Third and inches. They snap it. Radix, another dump off. Oh, broken 3 tackles. There goes Leland. What a play. So 30 seconds left. They are desperate. Radix yams it deep, and it's intercepted by Yukachu. And that's going to send them to the Orange Bowl. Huey still running. The transfer from NC State makes the game-sealing interception. Coach Huey's son. And if this is the end for Coach McNasty, it's been real. 3 different programs he's brought to the CFP, and it was really the reason Central Michigan made the CFP. And as we hit triple zeros, UNC has done it. The 10 seed will head to the semifinals for an ACC rematch against Florida State and Coach Jackie Moon later on today. What a game from start to finish. Wire to wire for UNC. Just domination. And for Coach McNasty, the sun may be setting on his time as a coach. What a win for Coach Sirlax's Brio. He continues the dream year. And we'll see you guys in the semis. Jason Manning, your player of the game. We'll check out the players of the game and the stats. And then we'll take a bit of a break as I'll get the highlight videos out and stuff. Then I'll take a break for lunch. And then we'll come back for the semifinals later on this evening. We'll start with the Orange Bowl, which will be UNC and Florida State. And then we'll do Oklahoma and Coastal later on tonight. Unbelievable. Let me put on my red zone. All right. Let's get over this. Come on. Give me some, get me to the end here. My goodness. All right. So after all the pictures possible, let's take a look at the scoring summary. I mean, domination from UNC. Started out 17-0. Since he gave a nice fight, they still scored 30 here, but 44 was the number. So UNC scores 42, then 44. They are in range if they make a run to break the record for points scored. So that's UNC number 1. We'll check out the player stats. So for Cincinnati, Keely Radix goes 22 of 30 in his final game. 250, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Bourbon Boozin had one heck of a game. 18 for 130, 2 touchdowns. Large reason why they're still in this game. Waterhouse led 11 receptions, 97 yards. They just had to kind of dink and dunk it all night. And for the defense, Michael Harrison, 10 tackles. TFLs, they only got 6 total. No sacks on the day, no picks. Not even one deflection, I guess. No fumbles. The defense just really sold. And for UNC, Bob Rubshaw goes 20 of 23, 250, 2 touchdowns, completely curing the turnover bug that hit him in the first game. And Jason Manning continues to add to his totals, 28 for 133 and 3 touchdowns. And J.R. Mullins, another big game, 6 for 129 and a tutty. For defense, Trent Mason laid the way on the tackles. 2 TFLs for Javon Ohio, 2 total sacks. And the picks for Yukachu and Kevin Sellers with that tip drill. 4 total deflections, no fumbles, but the recovery for Trent Mason so they don't credit a forced fumble on the botched pitch. And that will do it. So let's check out players of the game, and then we'll get on out of here. Like I was just saying, I will take a bit of a break. I'll get out the VODs and the highlight videos if you missed any of the earlier games. All the ones from yesterday are already up there. I'll pay Babanus out right now, Coach Fi. Let me get the players of the game. We got Bourbon, Jason, Harrison, and Trent Mason. That's UNC number 2. All right. And yeah, that's that. So let me pay those out. UNC, the 40 percentile, picks it right. So the 10 seed, the first ever double-digit seed to make its way. We'd have the 9 seed make it to the semis. Never a double-digit seed. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you a bit later for the Orange Bowl and the Rose Bowl. Peace.